Okay, thank you for watching. This is my first video, so I'm super excited. So let's get started. So what I'm doing here is I am outlining my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverley Hills Dip Brow in Chocolate. I start going in and pretty much getting my brow to the shape that I want it. And when I'm done doing that, I take the end of the angle brush and I smooth it out. Right now, everybody's doing the whole gel brow. I didn't jump on the wave. I'm gonna try it, I think. But, I'm kind of like a person where if I have a thing that works, I kind of stick with it. That's not the best thing to do because makeup and anything with fashion or makeup and beauty stuff, everything is always evolving and you want to move with it so you can have the best look possible. So I'm looking into seeing some gel brows that I think I want to try. So after I'm done doing both of the brows, I just make sure that they both look the same and kind of clean it up, make sure it's right. And then I go in with my concealer. It's a Sephora concealer in Butterscotch. Now I know everybody says this is so old and you shouldn't do this, but I'm used to doing this and it works for me. You just kind of make sure that you blend out all the concealer. And for me, it's important that I do this step because I don't go to the nail salon to get my eyebrows done anymore. For some reason, every time I would say don't make them too thin, they always make it thin. So I decided to start cleaning up my brows at home with the razors. You can get them from the beauty supply store. The last pair that I got it from Amazon. It was actually cheaper. So I'm just cleaning up what I did. The brush that I actually got it from IMAX. And it was not a makeup brush. It was a painter's brush. When I tell you painter's brush is probably the best option when it comes to makeup, because let's just keep it real. When we're doing our faces, like we're painting our face. So painter's brush works really well. And I also use this brush sometimes to carve out my cut crease, because no matter how many times you clean it, the bristles stay firm, but they also bend and it doesn't hurt your face. So then I get a stippling brush. I bought this over Amazon. It came in a pack. I really have to invest in some new brushes because, the better the brush, the better the makeup. But this will do until then. And I pretty much just blend before I put my foundation. You never want to have it unblended because it will show when you start putting on your foundation. Then I go in one more time because sometimes when you blend it out, you may mess up a brow. Some concealer may get on your brow, so I just want to make sure it's right. So I just go in again. If you see me laughing, that's because I was listening to the Nars album, and he said something funny. He said he was talking about how people need to eat healthy, keep your mind right, keep your body right, mind your business. That's just funny to me. If you get a chance, check it out. Check out Nars' latest album. I'll probably put the album title in the description box so you can listen to it, because I was jamming. I love Nas music. I love the one on this album that I'm listening to where he talks about like his relationship with Nicki Minaj and how they kind of was like in different spaces in their life, and how he pretty much was admitting that he was in love with her, and he was couldn't believe that it went where it went. The name of the song is called All Bad. I just thought of it as I was talking about it. And that's how it is sometimes in relationships. One minute everything could be nice, and then the next minute everything goes all bad. That's why I love that song so much, because it's so true. When you first talk to somebody, it's like everybody's in that honeymoon phase, and then when things start going left, you're like, I can't even believe that turning into this. It's crazy sometimes. It's actually scary, but that's what love is. It could be scary, it could be happy. It's a mixture of things. So I'm applying my foundation, and this particular foundation is Nars. I believe Macao. I'll put all the information in the description box. So I'm taking that same Sephora concealer in Butterscotch, and I'm trying this new way of highlighting that I've seen people doing. I've seen it on Instagram, I've seen it on YouTube. It's pretty much like making your face look more lifted. You know, the old way they say it's like bringing your face down, so this brings your face up. Do I see the difference? I'm not really sure, but I just tried it. You know, it's good to try new things. So I'm going in with that stippling brush again, and I'm blending it out in the direction to which I want my face to appear lifted, and I'm doing it on my forehead. So when you do highlighting and contouring, you want to find out what kind of shape your face is. Sometimes it's good to do research like online, and you know what's the proper way to highlight and contour your face shape. When I was in beauty school, we learned about all this stuff in the books. They had different ways. I mean, it's always good to revert back to education, which I do from time to time. So once I'm done blending that, I just keep going in and making sure, because I don't want it to look like spots. Sometimes I notice it can be spotty, where you can see where the person highlighted and you don't want to see it. So now I'm going in with my contour, which is a foundation stick by Black Radiance, and I believe the color Espresso. And I'm just making sure I get all the areas that I want contoured. There I go again, Jones into my music. Don't you love just like jamming out to music? Like, you know, sometimes I turn on Alexa, I'll be like, just jamming. Music is so therapeutic. It can lift you up. It can make you feel good. You know, sometimes it can make you sad, depending on what you're listening to. And I love old music. I think that's why I chose to listen to Nars, because he's a oldie. And you know, sometimes it's good to listen to music of substance. So I'm blending, because you don't want people to know where you highlighted and contoured. So I'm making sure that I blend, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first started doing makeup, you can see everywhere where I highlighted and contoured. And when I look at pictures now and I see that, I can't even believe I went outside like that. I really was looking at myself like, who and why? Who let me and why? Sometimes I tell my husband that. I was like, you actually want me to go outside like that? And he was like, I didn't know. I don't do makeup. So it's good to see growth though, because when I go back to like 7 years ago, it's like night and day when it comes to my makeup. So right now I'm blending my nose contour, making sure that you don't see the lines. Always gotta check yourself, look in the mirror, see where you're at. And this is a patience game. You really have to have patience when you're doing this, because you don't want it to come out looking crazy. So then I go in with the concealer again to do my nose, to make sure that the contour is straight. Take the stippling brush, squeeze it once again. I need other brushes because this is not it. I'm working on that. And this will do for now. Blend, blend, and blend. Take the other brush, which is for making sure that the outer perimeter of your highlight, which is your contour, is blended in. So you don't see it, but you see it, if that makes sense. Check yourself, make sure it's right, and move on to the next step. So at this point, I am going in with my setting powder, which I use the Laura Mercier. I had about, I believe, 4 powders. I tried the black radiance. It was dusty like chalk. No, like baby powder. I tried the Fenty. I felt like the Fenty was kind of ashy. And I also tried, I can't remember the name, but whatever Patrick Star uses, that's what I use. It has this old people smell, and I tried to use that too. It actually is really good. I just can't deal with the smell, so I just stick with Laura Mercier. It's the best one. You don't let it set too much because you don't want it to look overly highlighted and contoured, because it is an everyday look and it's not like, so I'll put that on, and then I'm going to get my brush and I'm going to start working on those eyes. So I'm using my Dose of Colors in Sassy Siennas, which I love this palette because it is the best palette for everyday look, because it gives you every shade. It has like a peachy tone, a more brown tone, then it has like a chocolate tone. This palette can be used for any skin tone. Yeah, any skin tone. And it's great. I love it. Dose of Colors is a great brand. They have nice eye stuff. They have nice lip stuff. So yeah, I love this palette. I'm going in with my concealer again. I have eye primer stuff, but this is what I had in front of me, so that's what I used. Blend that out, because when you're doing eyeshadows, you want to make sure that your eyeshadows have something to stick to. So you make sure that's in there, and you go in with your transition shade. And I'm just taking a brush, I believe, I can't think of the name, but whatever brush this is a brush that they sold in Target. And this was the brand that everybody was talking about on YouTube way back when. I can't think of the name, but it's just a blending brush, and you go into transition color and make sure that both sides is blended right. And you want to take your time. Make sure, depending on the strokes of the brush, that will determine how far your transition color goes out or how close it stays in. So I'm blending, and jamming at the same time. So now I'm going in with another brush, and I'm going with the darker shade, and I'm going to put that right in the crease. And I'm starting from the outer corner and working my way up to the inner corner of my eyes. when you're doing colors, you never want to just rush. You see people with their makeup, and you're like, oh my goodness, it's such a smooth transition from one color to the next. It's patience. When I first started doing makeup, you could clearly see each color, and that's not what it's supposed to look like. So you make sure you take your time. That's why most people will prefer not to wear makeup, because it is time consuming. But if you love it, you'll be patient, because it's gonna look nice. And simple is not always easy. I know on Instagram, this makeup artist that I follow, she's really good. Her name is Chrissy, and she was talking about how people who get simple makeup, they think that, I shouldn't have to pay that much. But simple is not easy. Like, after doing makeup for a long time, I realized that anybody could do all that cut crease and glitter, but everybody can't do simple. Simple, classic makeup. And a lot of people got offended when she said that. But the truth is, in the makeup industry, the makeup that's used more is the simple makeup, not the cut crease and stuff. Unless you're doing drag makeup and you're working in a strip club. But if you're trying to do movies and high-end stuff, they use minimal makeup, the least amount of makeup. Even when they do regular makeup, a lot of times they just do eyes, they don't do foundation. So yeah, so now I'm taking the second color that I used and I'm rubbing it across my lid. Now I could have used a flat brush to pack it on, but I wanted it to look not too perfect. So I decided to just use that and brush it across my eyes. So at this point, I'm brushing off all the Mercier powder, making sure that I get it good. And as you can see, I somewhat have this, ashy thing, but all of that is going to go away when you get your setting spray, when you contour. At this point, I was calling my daughter because I forgot to bring my setting spray. So I've been using the Anastasia Beverley Hills setting spray in Dewy. I love how Dewy looks, especially in warm weather. It just, with the highlight, it makes it look so nice. So I'm just waiting for her to bring it to me. So I'm finishing with my contour with my Fenty Beauty, which I just got this, so I was happy to use it. I was using Revolution makeup contour, but I could have brought it over, but I decided to try something new. So yes, so I'm going in all the spots. I was telling her that I was recording because kids, they love to talk. And I was telling her like, I'm recording. Let me work. They make me laugh. Girls could talk. And that's why I realized from having, all daughters, they can talk. Sometimes they can talk your nerves off. Okay? They can talk the nerves about your body. So yeah, after I'm done doing that, I'm going in with the same contour that I used on my cheeks, and I'm doing my nose. Make sure when you go into contour, you don't take too much on your brush, because once you do that, you're going to be spending most of your time trying to blend away. So I'm spraying the Dewy, and I put my eyelashes off, put my eyelashes on off camera, sorry. And I've been trying those really fluffy, big lashes that everybody's been using. I'm not really a fan of oversized, huge lashes, but I think they can look cute. And this is a Nicka K blush in like peachy tones. A lot of people act funny when it comes to beauty supply makeup, but if you know what you're doing, it'll look nice. And so I'm taking that, putting it on my cheeks. As you can see, I already put my eyeliner on, and I'm just making sure my cheeks is right. Not too much blush, you don't want to look like a clown. And then I'm going over the line that I created. Next time my videos will be even better. This is my first video, so angling the camera in the right spot was like, hard for me. But if you stick with me, you will see my improvements. So yeah, after I lined over my eyes, because when you put on lashes, you want to make sure you go back over and line your eyes, because you don't want a disconnect of your eyeliner and you don't want to see the band. So this is my highlight kit. This is actually a Kevin Aquan kit, and it comes with 3 colors. It has a gold, a purple, and a green, and they're really pretty. This cost me, I believe, $50. So if you do makeup, you know that each piece is going to be very expensive, especially when you get good quality. Kevin Aquan is one of the greats when it comes to makeup. He did all the iconic 90s looks: Janet, Julia Roberts, Naomi, Tyra. He is the man when it comes to the makeup. Even though he's not here anymore, he is still, doing it when it comes to the makeup. And I'm spraying myself again just to make sure that the highlight and everything is blended in, because you don't want your highlight just sitting on your cheeks. You want it to look blended. So I saw some imperfections and I kind of went in and fixed it. As you're doing your makeup, if you have issues, you can always go in and tweak it. And I'm using the Sky High eyelash. Why is my mind going blank? Mascara, sorry. In Sky High, and a lot of people was talking about this actually. They were saying that it really makes your eyelashes, stick up. And I believe that is true, because I be wanting my bottom lashes to look, more fuller and out there. And it actually was pretty good. Right now I'm using another Nicka K product in the color Cocoa Bean. This has been something I've been doing lately, where I line my lips with a brown lipstick and then I go in with my other shade of color. I've been really into a lot of nudes lately. Nudes and peachy tones. So yeah, do not sleep on your beauty supply products, because they're really good. So after I do this, I'm just make sure that the perimeters of your lips is not looking crazy. Now you got people overdrawing their lips. I'm not into the overdrawn lips because my lips are kind of big already. I've been blessed, thank God. I'm using a Morphe liquid lipstick and Peptalk. And you just want to go in right above that, and then you want to blot it. If you could always take a brush to get a more precise, but for me, doing the blotting looks. And if you make a mistake, which I kind of did, you can always go in with your foundation brush and kind of clean up those areas, what you see me doing right now. And then take, your powder brush and wipe it across and set it. So this could be left just like that. That was actually really cute. If you're into like more of like a matte look, you can leave it this way. It looks so cute. And at this point, I'm just, getting my hair together. This is a wig that I bought off of Amazon. I've started my new natural hair journey for like the 100th time, so I just popped this wig on because I thought it was cute. And just making sure everything looks good. And I ended up adding a gloss. I added the Fenty and Honey Waffles, and this is the end look. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back. Bye.